The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Chaim Kanevsky was about to go to sleep. This is when he was still in yeshiva as a bacher in Lomzi Yeshiva in Petach Tikva. His roommate walks in. I guess maybe he was a little noisy, hard for him yet to fall asleep. He sees his roommate, Rav Moshe Soloveitchik, sit down and starts learning. Okay, beautiful. But shortly afterwards, 2-3 minutes in, Rav Moshe Soloveitchik dozes off for about 5-7 minutes. Opens his eyes, learns a little bit more, dozes off again. Back and forth. After about an hour or so, he goes to sleep. The next morning, Reb Chaim Kanevsky Zatzal asks his roommate, Rav Moshe Soloveitchik, I want to ask you the following. Why was it that you sat down to learn last night? You were bomb tired. It didn't look like you learned too much. You slept more than you learned. I would have thought, go to sleep, wake up in the morning an extra 15 minutes. The 15 minutes that you learned, you would have learned a lot better in the morning with a fresh head than rather the night before dozing off most of the time. Listen to what Rav Moshe Soloveitchik answered. You see, I do the daf every single day. And yesterday was no different. It's true that for yesterday's daf, I barely learned it. However, yesterday's pushing myself to learn accomplished hundreds of dafim of Gemara. Why? For an example, next week Tuesday, I'm not going to be so in the mood. I have a head to learn, I'm just not in the mood. But if it's something that I do daily, day in, day out, it's not a question, I do it. It's true, last night it was pretty poor, but I did it. I was once traveling with a friend of mine, and after a real long day, tiring day, I barely was able to keep my eyes open. I see he sits down to learn the daf. I turn to him. I tell him, I'm so impressed, I'm so inspired. After a full day, you sit down to learn, it's unbelievable. So of course he tells me with a smile, the daf doesn't wait for me, it's every day. But he told me something very beautiful, and it's this lesson. Not every day the daf is a 10. Meaning to say, not every day he understands the daf 100%, but he does the daf every day. The reason why the Korban Tamid is such an important lesson, it's for our Avodas Hashem. Not every day our davening is perfect. Not every day learning is perfect or doing chesed. But we should take this lesson to do things on a consistent basis. And with that, we could continue to grow.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org